On this episode of Around the Wicket, the ICC Men's T20 World Cup Trophy Tour driven by Nissan, we catch up with Pakistan's Imad Wasim and Bangladesh's Taskin Ahmed. Thank you to all the fans for their T20 Trophy Filter submissions. Head over to @T20 World Cup on Instagram and bring the trophy to your home. Let's get the show started, shall we? Hello and welcome to Around the Wicket, your official ICC Men's T20 World Cup Trophy Tour show driven by the wonderful folks at Nissan. My name is Danish and let me begin the show by introducing you to our first guest, Pakistan's Imad Wasim. Imad Wasim is the first Pakistani spinner to take a 5-wicket haul in T20 internationals. He was set to study medicine, but the offer to play for Pakistan's under-19 team made him change his mind, and the rest is history. In 107 international matches so far, Imad has picked 95 wickets and scored 1,314 runs. He was announced as the best T20 player of the year by Pakistan Cricket Board. That was thanks to his performance at the 2017 ICC Champions Trophy, which Pakistan won. Imad proved to be handy with both the bat and the ball. In this episode, Imad will reveal the toughest batsman he's ever faced, how he took inspiration from the great Wasim Akram, and if facing India on the same ground where he produced his finest bowling performance is a sign of good things to come. Imad, firstly, welcome to Around the Wicket. How are you and what are your expectations for the Pakistan team at the upcoming T20 World Cup?
Thank you very much for inviting me. Yes, we've been preparing really well. We've been playing domestic cricket here. All the guys are in good form, so we're really looking forward to play the World Cup.
Looks like somebody took away the idea of you being a doctor. You were supposed to head to medical school, and then what happened? Please tell us the story.
I think it was myself. I was about to get into the medical college, but I was selected for Pakistan 19s. At the same time, I had the admission as well. So, I was like, nah, I have to go. So that was the moment I decided not to be a medical student. It was a really nice feeling, to be honest. It was a childhood dream to play even any kind of cricket. For Pakistan 19 it was a dream. So yeah.
Imad, आपने पास में कहा है कि you want to emulate Wasim Akram. How has he inspired you?
देखें, मैंने जब क्रिकेट देखा, मतलब मैंने होश संभाली थी क्रिकेट देखता था, so I used to watch पाकिस्तान क्रिकेट टीम और उसमें सुपरस्टार जो उस वक्त थे वो वसीम अकरम थे. वो मेरे रोल मॉडल थे, हीरो थे जब मैं growing up. Having worked with him in Karachi Kings and all the stuff, it really is a dream come true.
आपने इतनी सारी bowling की है, तो who do you think is the toughest batsman you've ever bowled to?
Chris Gayle को हटा यार. I think Chris Gayle is one of the toughest batsmen to bowl at, especially left-arm spinners or spinners against. But having said that, I would like to take the challenge.
The toughest bowler you've batted against?
Rashid Khan. It's just so simple.
हटाओ यार इसको हटाओ.
Yeah, he's one of the best bowler I've ever faced. I played with him in Bangladesh Premier League. We used to play with the same team.
Okay.
And he used to ball me in the nets. और उस वक्त ही पता लग गया था यार ये is something very very different. जब मैं उसे अभी under 19 कह रहा हूँ, वर्ल्ड कप में 2019 के खेला था. So I couldn't pick a single ball for literally 4 overs.
Wow.
I think Rashid Khan, I respect him a lot. Very very good friend of mine. As a cricketer, I think everyone in the world they would agree with me. He's one of the toughest bowler we have faced in years.
I've never played cricket, but I will still agree with you. Rashid Khan does look deadly on the field. Real situations से बाहर निकलकर hypothetical situations में जाते हैं. My next question is, if there was one retired player, you had the option of adding to your current squad in their prime, who would it be?
वैसे आप फंसाते हैं ना.
ये तो दुनिया में कहीं से भी कोई भी प्लेयर हो सकता है.
दुनिया में कहीं से भी AB डिविलियर्स को ले आए, बस AB डिविलियर्स को ले आए.
अपनी टीम में.
अपनी टीम में एबी डिविलियर्स को ले आए.
Perfect.
That's it.
Okay, that's good choice. Okay, let's move to another hypothetical question, right? Name one player, each from the Pakistani dressing room, who you think would be perfect for the following professions. Doctor. See, you could have been this, but then you chose cricket.
I know, but it's myself.
Yeah.
Myself.
Okay. Actor.
But actor, in a good way, in a good sense, Hassan Ali. In a good way, Hassan Ali. I think he did one of the commercial. His acting was superb.
Great. Singer.
It would be Sarfraz, but I don't know if he's the part of squad or not. But Sarfraz.
Comedian.
Haris Rao, very funny. He's a funny guy.
Very funny.
Very funny.
Great. Politician.
I have no idea about that one. Politician, I have no idea.
Okay. Unemployed.
Unemployed.
यार कहीं भी कोई और काम ही नहीं देगा, सिर्फ क्रिकेट ही खेलना उनको.
I think it would be Shoaib Maqsood.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Imad. You've been such a sport answering all those questions that we put down for you. We move on to our next segment now, which is called fan-powered question. Now, the fans have sent in questions on the ICC handles on Twitter and Instagram. I'm going to begin by asking you the first question. Yeah. Do you consider yourself a batting all-rounder or bowling all-rounder?
It's a very good question.
Yeah.
I think over the years, I've been considered as a batting all-rounder in one-day cricket and as a bowling all-rounder in T20 cricket.
Best captain whom you've played under, wo kaun hai?
Sarfraz, by far.
All right. Thank you so much, Imad, for all the wonderful answers. I'm going to let you go now and practice some book cricket skills, and we'll see you in a bit. That was Pakistan's Imad Wasim, who's now off to polish his book cricket skills. While he practices, let's welcome our next guest, Bangladesh's Taskin Ahmed. Taskin Ahmed is Bangladesh's young pace phenom. He has been on the rise since a young age, making his mark at the ICC Men's Under-19 World Cup, where he was his team's leading wicket taker. On his ODI debut, Taskin bowled a destructive spell of 5 for 28 against India, the best figures on an ODI debut by a Bangladeshi player.
The bat turning in the last minute and an easy catch to Shakib Al Hasan at mid-off. India under pressure.
It also made him the second youngest Bangladesh player to take a 5-wicket haul at the age of 19. At the ICC Men's World Cup in 2015, Taskin's wickets in a must-win encounter against England helped his team book a berth in the quarterfinals. He ended his campaign as the side's highest wicket taker. Watch on as Taskin talks about his T20 World Cup aspirations, the rise of Bangladesh cricket, him being the second fastest Bangladeshi bowler, and who he thinks is better, Ronaldo or Messi. Alright, Taskin, hello and welcome to Around The Wicket. Thank you so much for taking your time out to talk to us. I'm going to begin by asking you, firstly, how are you, my friend?
I'm really good. I've been training last few days. Just taking some preparations for upcoming World Cup, T20 World Cup.
That's excellent. I want you to be very honest and give us this answer, all right? You entered the national team at a very young age. What was your first experience like of walking into that dressing room? Seeing all these big players, were you starstruck by someone?
When I get called for Bangladesh team in 2014, it was the last game of T20 World Cup in Dhaka against Australia. Yeah. Before that, I was in rehabilitation for 1.5 years because of my knee injury. Before that game, just selectors called me and told me that tomorrow you're going to play against Australia. I totally shocked that time. But that was really, different experience when I went to dressing room and I was looking around and watching. Shakib Al Hasan, Mushfiqur Rahim, Mashrafi bhai. I'm the biggest fan of Mashrafi bin Murtaza bhai. But that day he was injured. I was, it hard to explain those experience and those feelings. But still, That was the one of the best feeling in my life when I entered for the first time when I entered into the dressing room.
Taskin, who's the toughest batsman you've ever bowled to and why?
I think like in test format in South Africa, I like Hashim Amla in South Africa.
Okay.
Like I was bowling to him in anywhere. He was playing so easy that time. That day I was like thinking like what to bowl. That day I was felt like, oh, it's tough.
What's your favorite World Cup moment as a Bangladesh player?
In 2015 World Cup against England, we won that game last 10 overs. There was a lot of dramatic stuff happened. Catch dropped. Then again, Rubel Hossain came, like back to back 2 wickets. We won. Like that was great match, great memory in my life.
All right, Taskin, I want you to place your hand on your heart and answer this next question very honestly. Okay, no escaping.
Okay.
We've been told you're a fan of Ronaldo and Messi. Who do you think is better and why?
I'm the one of the biggest fan of Cristiano Ronaldo. Not only of his skills of football.
Yeah.
I'm the more like of his looks, of his lifestyle, everything. Overall, I really like Cristiano Ronaldo and of his physique definitely.
If there was one retired player in their prime and you had an option to add them into your World Cup squad, into your current team, who would it be? It can be a player from anywhere.
Yeah, Imran Khan, because of no doubt he's a great leader and also all-rounder. So both we can our team going to benefit from both sides.
Smart answer, Taskin. All right. Another hypothetical question for you, and you'll have to name one player each from the current Bangladesh squad. I'm going to be throwing some professions at you, and you tell me which Bangladesh player do you think would suit well for these professions, all right? Doctor.
Mushfiqur Rahim, bhai.
Why?
Like he's so, organized man. Like
okay.
Well disciplined, everything.
Actor.
Rubel Hossain.
All right. Okay. Singer.
Rubel Hossain as well, because he put a lot of songs in the social media. He can sing well.
He sings well. Okay. Comedian.
Nasum Ahmed.
Is he really funny?
He's not funny. He's normal. He when he stay normal in the dressing room,
he's funny.
It looks funny.
Okay, great. Politician.
Mossadegh.
Why do you say that?
He's a clever guy.
Okay, great. Unemployed.
That's Nasum for sure. Yeah.
He can't do anything else?
Without cricket.
Nothing?
I don't think so.
All right, great. Taskin, thank you so much for answering all the questions that we had put together for you. We have our next segment. The segment is called Fan Powered Questions. I'm going to begin by asking you the first one. Which type of slower ball is your favorite?
Back of the hand and knuckle.
Your favorite stadium in the world?
Like in the, Mirpur Stadium is always been favorite for us because my home ground.
Yeah.
But also I liked MCG.
How did you turn around your career after missing the 2019 World Cup through injury?
I had changed my working ethics, discipline. Almost a year. I had a personal trainer, personal mind trainer, nutritionist. I put them, then I started training again. Those 3 years when I was not in the team, those 3 years was really hard. Like watching Bangladesh team is playing, watching from home on the TV. Like once upon a time I used to be regular member. Then suddenly 3 years I was not in the team. Alhamdulillah that after 1 year's hard work, I got contracted in 3 years, 3 format from the last year.
Incredible. Wow. Very well said. Which recipe from Kolkata do you love the most?
That biryani is one of the favorite food because I haven't eat for a while. That's
I
not my favorite.
I was just about to say that with all the fitness you're doing, I think biryani and you are right now, you've had a breakup, I feel.
But I took permissions from my trainer that on my cheat day,
Yeah.
you have to allow me for biryani.
Awesome. Taskin, thank you for answering all the questions. It's been such a pleasure speaking with you. But for now, it's time for you to represent your country in the Book Cricket Championship. Alright guys, it's time to battle for cricket's greatest prize, the Book Cricket Championship. Now just to let you know, Australia leads the charts with 42 runs thanks to the big show Glenn Maxwell. Now before we start, here are the rules. Each of you flips the book open 6 times, playing an over, and you go one by one. The last digit of the even numbered page that you flip is the number of runs you scored. So if you get 0, wo dot ball banta hai, or you get 2, 4, 6 and 8.
Yeah.
Okay, so books are flipped alternatively and each player plays one ball at a time. Imad, do you have a book with you?
No, unfortunately I don't.
Alright, then I'm going to help you out, brother. I've got this. Whenever you want me to stop flipping the pages, you got to tell me stop, and that's the number of runs you make.
Definitely.
Alright, so let's start with Taskin. Please go ahead.
231.
Okay, what's the even number? So that'll be 0 then. Imad, your turn.
Don't. Stop.
Okay, stop. 4 to begin with.
It's through, it's got
Oh
the
yes.
ball.
Great start.
Alright.
194.
Oh, that's a 4. Well done. Well done.
Stop.
2. Taskin's a very good bowler. Huh?
176.
Oh, 6. Well done.
It's a 6.
That's a 6. Well done. Imad?
Stop.
Imad, say thank you to me.
What is that?
He just got an 8.
That is a biggie.
Oh,
It's
yes.
out of here.
Alright.
158.
That is a
Oh,
biggie.
that's an
It's out
8.
of
He's
here.
catching up. Huh, Imad?
Taskin, ये देख के नहीं करना, देख के कर रहा है, ये देख के नहीं करना.
नहीं देख रहा हूँ भाई. नहीं.
Okay, Imad.
Stop.
2.
170.
0.
हाँ. और हमें कैसे पता लगेगा, जरा करीब करके दिखाना. जब 8 हो ना, तो करीब करके दिखाना है. क्या मैं तो खेल रहा था, मैं तो 8 बोल देता. 8 8 8.
नहीं करीब देगा.
Stop.
Imad, say thank you again.
Again another 8.
8.
Thank you.
Alright.
136.
Okay.
Gone and done the distance. It's a
Okay,
6.
Imad, I'm going to let you play this last ball.
Stop. Has to be 8. Has
Man,
to
you
be
got
8.
an 8 again. It's an 8.
Yes. Bingo.
Wow.
Ah.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Well done, Imad and Taskin. I'll tell you what the final scores are. Imad, you got 32 and Taskin 24 for you. And Imad, that puts you second, right behind Glenn Maxwell. It must be an incredible feeling.
Obviously, 32. If I score 32 in 1 over, that is amazing. Maxi can score 42. So, yeah, I'll give him that.
All right. And Taskin, you're clearly a fast bowler. Not so good with the bat.
It proved again. No, I'm next time I'll beat him at night, no problem.
Okay, great. No worries, Taskin. You still have a chance though to redeem yourself. It's okay if you didn't win
Okay.
that Book Cricket Championship. You can still win the next game. It's called the Super Over.
We're going to a super over.
What's going to happen is I'm going to give you one topic and you have to go back and forth unless and until one of you fails to respond in 5 seconds. Alright? The topic for today is left-handed pacers from the subcontinent, which is Pakistan, Bangladesh, India and Sri Lanka. We'll start with you, Imad.
Wasim Akram.
Mustafizur Rahman,
Mohammad Amir.
Junaid Khan,
Wahab Riaz.
Chaminda Bhas,
Natarajan.
Rahat Ali,
Zahir Khan.
Ashish Nehra,
Mohammad Irfan,
Abu Haidar Rani,
Shaheen Shah Afridi,
Shariful Islam,
Zoisa.
Wanindu from Sri Lanka. Last test match he played.
Who?
Wanindu क्या full
Full
name?
name.
पता-
Full name.
I forgot.
वानिंदू तो
Full name
एक सेकंड यार,
हैं?
आदमी कोई भी नाम बोल रहा है अभी, एक सेकंड मैं गूगल करके चेक कर रहा हूँ, एक सेकंड.
Sri Lanka.
That's the wrong answer. तस्कीन, पहली बात उनका नाम है वानिंदू हसरंगा एंड ही इज अ स्पिनर. मैं वही सोच रहा हूँ, मैं आधा मेरा घर चलता है आरसीबी के चेक से, वो यहाँ पे बैठा हुआ है. मैंने उसको मीडियम पेस कभी डालते लेफ्ट हैंड पेस फास्ट डालते हुए देखा ही नहीं आज तक. सॉरी. तस्कीन अहमद -5.
ओके. मेरे को इमाद वासिम भी बोलना था जब इमाद भाई विकेट डाल रहा है. वो तो बात नहीं.
Perfect.
All right, well done both of you. Imad, congratulations, you won this one as well, and thanks again, this was a lot of fun. Thank you. And that brings us to the end of this episode of Around the Wicket. Next week, it's going to be our final episode. Man, it makes me sad even saying that. But of course, I'm excited to head over to Oman and India. And if you'd like to ask our guests a question, please do follow us on the T20 World Cup handles on Twitter and Instagram and look out for the post. I've been your host. My name is Danish Sait, and I'll see you again next week.